As a young stand-up comedian, Adam Sandler probably didn't foresee himself becoming one of the most successful funny men in Hollywood, complete with a sweet Netflix deal, but he did. While his movies are often beaten up on by critics, the actor has starred in some pretty classic comedies, like Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, and The Wedding Singer.
Son of a why didn't you just go home?
However, if you look long enough at the man's movies, you'll spot numerous in-jokes and all sorts of references scattered throughout his filmography. The Star Wars connection. There's no denying Sandler's films have a pretty strong connection to Star Wars.
Falcon, cruising along here, almost hit a star.
Take Carrie Fisher, for example. The late great actress is best remembered for her role as Princess Leia. But did you know she also worked on The Wedding Singer? As it turns out, Fisher was an uncredited writer on the 1998 comedy. And according to Drew Barrymore, Fisher was brought in to write the girl's part to make it balanced. But the connections don't stop there. In 2012's That's My Boy, Sandler plays Donnie Berger, a deadbeat dad who names his kid Han Solo.
We're basically the worst parent ever! I was awesome!
Sandler's loyalty to this galaxy far, far away might stem from a real-life interaction he had with Han. According to Sandler, Harrison Ford once asked him to wash his car as a way to surprise his kids, as they were big Sandler fans.
He goes, my kids think you're funny, and it would just be such a kick for them to see that. And I was like, oh, okay.
And if the galaxy's greatest space scoundrel asks you for a favor, how can you say no? The Godfather connection. Adam Sandler's extended movie universe doesn't stop at Star Wars. The actor is also a big fan of The Godfather, and a few of his films contain references to Francis Ford Coppola's classic gangster series. For proof, look no further than Jack and Jill, which stars Michael Corleone himself. The actor even references the infamous scene from The Godfather 2 where he threatens Diane Keaton with all his power, asking her, "Don't you know me?" Of course, in Jack and Jill, Pacino uses the monologue to intimidate Sandler into getting him a date with his twin sister. And in Billy Madison, Sandler did his own Michael Corleone impersonation, spoofing the scene from The Godfather 2 where Michael gives Fredo the kiss of death. A vendetta for V. Everybody has a type, and it seems like Adam Sandler has a thing for women whose names start with V, or against them, maybe? In Billy Madison, Bridget Wilson plays Veronica Vaughn, a third-grade teacher who has strange ways of motivating Billy to take his education more seriously. Then, in Happy Gilmore, Sandler's character is encouraged to get his head in the golfing game by a PR executive named Virginia Bennett. And in The Waterboy, Bobby Boucher falls in love with witchy astrologer Vicky Valancourt, despite his mama's warnings.
That woman is a devil, and I want you to stay away from her, you hear me?
Yes, Mom.
Then you come on inside for that little witch casts a spell on us.
Big Daddy also saw its title slacker dumped by his girlfriend Vanessa. And in Little Nicky, Sandler's son of Satan falls head over heels for Valerie Varon, a woman who helps Nicky defeat his evil brothers. And now we're wondering if maybe Adam Sandler was the guy behind that Guy Fawkes mask. The Tarantino connection. While The Ridiculous Six didn't fare particularly well with critics, there's no denying the title is an intentional nod to Quentin Tarantino's The Hateful Eight, which came out the same year. But believe it or not, Adam Sandler almost had the opportunity to work with Tarantino himself, as the director originally wanted the comedian to play the bat-wielding bear Jew in Inglourious Basterds. Of course, the role eventually went to Eli Roth, as Sandler chose to star in Funny People instead. But while Sandler missed out on a great role, Sandler's pal, Jonathan Logren, managed to catch the Tarantino train. Logren has shown up in quite a few Sandler films, but he's also taken serious roles with Tarantino, like playing Jasper the Mechanic in Death Proof. He also appeared in Kill Bill as a gross trucker, so perhaps it's not a coincidence that when Logren popped up in Sandler's Sandy Wexler, he was playing a character by the name of Trucker John. The cat connection. There's a feline theme running through a lot of Adam Sandler's movies too. Anger Management, for example, was a film where Sandler's character designs clothing for his overweight pet Meatball. Interestingly, that's the name of Sandler's real-life dog, who served as the ring bearer at Sandler's wedding. Then there's Mr. Deeds, where Sandler is slandered by a dishonest reporter after he tried to save some cats from a fire by tossing them out of a window. In Don't Mess with the Zohan, Sandler's character actually plays hacky sack with some poor cat. And in Funny People, Sandler lets loose with a few laughs as he watches a kid perform Memory from, you guessed it, cats. But hey, we're not done with the feline jokes just yet. In I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry, Chuck falls for Alex when she's dressed up as a Catwoman for Halloween. Meow, there is a thread worth tugging at. His love-hate relationship with felines probably has a little something to do with that time he was mauled by a cheetah during an African safari, but who knows? Thanks for watching. Click the looper icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel, plus check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.